kind of talking quiet because Mallory's asleep upstairs. I'm trying not to wake her up. I mentioned in my last Costco video that I'm like tiptoeing down this path to minimalism. So I wanted to make a video today to talk a little bit more about that. First of all, I want to talk definitions because from my point of view, minimalism is very personal. It can vary from person to person. One person's rules may not line up with another person's rules or lifestyle. So for me, I'm really taking the approach of looking at it like a buffet line, which is a funny analogy to use for a minimalism video, but just hang with me. As a buffet line, and I just want to start by picking and choosing parts of my life to minimalize. I'm not worried about other people's definitions or any kind of stamps of approval. I know, at least not for a while, most people would not really label me a minimalist, and I'm okay with that. There are things that I have a lot of, like kitchen tools and gadgets. I love to cook, and I also have a food blog, so I actually use a lot of that stuff. That's not to say that it can't be kind of edited through and make sure that what I have I'm actually using. People might look at my kitchen gadget collection and say, she's not a minimalist. That's okay with me. I'm fine with that. I really want to embrace the mindset of a minimalist as far as what I allow to come in my home and what I allow to stay there. So I want to really develop that skill, and I think it is a skill, of not holding on to things, to really challenge those thoughts of, oh, I'll use it later, or what if I need it later, to really change that line of thinking and develop the skill of letting things go. Also, I want to work on mental clutter. Social media is a big part of that for me. I'm not really sure what to do about it because as a blogger, I depend on a lot of social media to drive traffic to my website. So I might try some different things like scheduling blocks of time where there's a definite beginning and end, and then just cutting it off after that. Right now, at the present time, if there is like a blank time, like if I'm at a red light even, it's kind of sad. I'll pick up my phone and just, even without realizing it, pull up Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest or whatever, or YouTube, and just see what's going on, who's left me a comment. And I don't want to be like that. I can see it creating some unnecessary anxiety in me, especially if there's a comment or something that I can't get to right away. I can't answer somebody. That makes me feel a little like tense. One of the ways I might be solving that is to stay off social media more, and then to really limit my time. Basically what it comes down to is I want to live a really fulfilled life, and I don't want stuff to get in the way of that. And I've noticed that a lot of my time at home, which I spend a lot of time at home, a lot of my time is eaten up by stuff management. You know what I mean? Putting away stuff, or creating spaces for all of our stuff, or, you know, it's just a lot. And the more I look around, the more I realize, like, we could really do without a lot of this stuff. There are several core values driving my decision to start down this path of minimalism. I want to collect moments, not things. I want to have these precious moments with my children and my husband, and I don't want things to hinder me from that. I don't want my treasure to be in things. I'm not somebody that I would consider myself to be extremely materialistic anyway. A lot of my stuff is off-brand, or, you know, whatever. What it comes down to is my core value is I don't want my treasure to be in things. I want it to be in experiences. I want it to be in relationships. Things that can't rust or rot or get lost. I want to be a better steward of my money and what God has given me. I want to consume less and make the best use of what I already have and create more. Also, reuse is a big one. I think a lot of times I'll identify like a need and say, oh, I'll just hop on Amazon and order whatever. I think my order of action is going to change a little bit. Number one, I'll try to see, is there something that I already have that I can repurpose or that can meet that need? Number two, can I buy it used? There are a lot of great resources, especially now on the internet. There are Facebook groups that sell things secondhand. I can talk about this more in later videos, but there has never been a time where really good quality secondhand stuff is available to us as now. And then last, buy only what we need, and to be very systematic about when you bring something in, something must go out to make room for it. And the last core value is I just feel like I need more margins in my life, and that's just like negative space. When your house is cluttered and your mind is cluttered, there's not much room for new ideas and creativity and new things to come into your life because it's already so crowded. And so I'm really craving more margins in my life. And so I just want to make that space. Today, I'm going to give you guys 5 practical applications that I've been doing over the last few weeks. Number one is probably the most obvious, and that is to declutter. Get rid of all the unnecessary and really challenge yourself as to what is actually necessary. The second practical tip is really a two-parter. And the first is to unsubscribe from any email or text marketing emails from your favorite retailers. And the part B to that is so that you can let your home tell you what you actually need to buy and not a sale. I'm embarrassed to say that my personal email box had over 11,000 unopened emails, and most of those were sales and marketing type emails. And so you can't do it all in one day because they send them out, you know, various times of the week and month. As I'm getting those that say sale, blah, 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 I just go to the bottom and click unsubscribe. And that way it serves a dual purpose. It declutters my email inbox, but it also allows me to not be prompted to buy anything by a sale. A very practical tip that I can think of for me has been to let your home tell you what you need to purchase and keep lists based on that and purchase it when you need it. Don't let a sale influence you. Like, if you're okay on clothes and you get a sales email from your favorite store that says 50% off, it's very tempting to go in there not needing anything specific, to just kind of browse and see what they have and what kind of deal you can get. While that may be fun, in reality, you're going to end up buying a bunch of things that you do not need. So I'm unsubscribing from almost all of those. The third practical tip is when you realize a need from within your home or within your wardrobe or whatever, look around your own house first and say, is there anything that I already have that I can repurpose to meet this need? That will prevent more things from coming into your house and also save you a good bit of money. My fourth tip is to have kind of a soft rule that when you bring something new into the house, try to let something else go to make space for that. This will prevent the clutter from coming back, and it will help you to be more mindful of when you actually need things. Is it because something wore out or no longer functions? Can you get rid of that thing and replace it with something new? And last but not least, this is more down the road, something that I'm kind of looking forward to. I haven't quite started doing this yet, but that is to notice the hot spots in your house where clutter accumulates and develop systems to manage that. One bad one that we have right now is mail. It's a problem. We have a lot of mail, and I have taken our name off of tons of mailing lists, and still it just seems to pile up, and I'm going to be working on that. I don't have a good system yet. I tried to implement one about 1.5 years ago. It's not working. The clutter's still there, so we're going to revisit that and try to work to get that hot spot cleared up. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have you ever been through a massive clean out or a big declutter, and did it make you feel better? Leave me a comment and let me know. Are you a minimalist, and do you have any tips for those of us trying to go down the minimalist path? also leave that in a comment. I would love to see it, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, you'd probably like to see it too. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.